Hi, Arne. Can you just start at the end and that dramatic ending? Firstly, what you thought with the goal from Alexis that was disallowed, and also the one that was allowed, and your emotions then?
Now my emotions were emotions of happiness and relief. This is probably the first time I have to do a different post-match press conference than I did throughout all these other games, because today we did not play a good game. Performance was, especially in the first half, not as good as we've had so many times this season, but we've been on the wrong side of the score after a good performance far too many times. And today, I think we got more than we deserved. A draw would have been a fairer result of this game than for us to win it. But then you think you win it because Hugo already got a big chance from a great cross from Rio Ngamoa. Misses it, ball comes back, goes into the net. And since VR is there, I always struggle to celebrate too much if I think there might be something going on. And yeah, you never know if a ball is hit to a body where it ended up, and apparently it ended up on his arm. So it was disallowed. So then my emotions were, okay, still not everything that could have gone against us this season has happened yet. Still one more to go, but maybe fortune has changed 2 or 3 minutes later, where again we thought we scored the winner. Again, they took a long time to check it, but this time the referee pointed at a kickoff, which meant that we won the game.
Arne, just in the build-up to the goal, Dominic shot his eye for the cross. I mean, he was under pressure right away, then made some space for an incredible assist. I mean, what level is he playing at?
Yeah, I think there you can see how much confidence he has at the moment and how well he has played this season, because it's the last second of the game. At least I thought it was the last second of the game. Apparently it was a bit longer to go, because after we scored, we still played on for 1 more minute. But it felt to me, when I looked at the time, that it was the last moment, and to stay so cool in a moment where everyone, all the fans, are expecting the ball to come in, and he was waiting. And in the end, he brought it in. Well done by Virgil as well to change the angle of attack to go to the second post. And Maka was not a surprise to me that he was both times our goal scorer, because he played with the mentality you need to play in these games, and that's why he was twice in that situation to finish. And in the end, after a much better second half, because the first half was really poor, the worst we've played till now, I think. But the second half was much better, controlled the game much more, had our chances already earlier in the second half. And in the first half, although we were really poor, we did not concede a lot, and we defended really well in our box.
What did you say at half time, Alex? Obviously, you said it was pretty poor in that first half.
Yeah, what I just said, that it was the worst first half we've played. But we defended our box really well, and that was the reason that we were still on 0-0. Because as much as Forest were the better team and were forcing us to go back, we defended really well in our box, in my opinion. We had to defend a lot of set pieces throughout the whole game, but especially in the first half. So if we could bring back that mentality to the whole pitch, combined to doing a few things better on the ball and maybe not lose every ball you touch, because that was almost what happened, then you know that these players can do better. And I've tried to give them a bit of energy to say, yeah, they've played first day, difficult away game, maybe they run out of energy, and we for sure cannot have run out of energy yet. So maybe that can balance the game more or get the game in our advantage. And I've pointed out our second half against City as well, that we are able, after a first half that's maybe not off the standards we would like to, we're able to play a much better second half.
Hi, Arne. How much did Alexis need that? The difficulty for him, and he finally got off the mark today.
Is it his first goal?
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that. But I think what he needed is what he showed in the last 6, 7 or 8 games. A run of games where he's getting back to his usual level. that he showed so many times last season, and he had that level also in the first half of the season, but it went a bit with ups and downs, as the team went in terms of performances with ups and downs. But I see much more consistency recently, not only in Maka's performance, but in the team performance, in many individual performances. But I think it's always nice for a player to score, especially if you're first, especially if it's in an extra time. So we needed this goal, we needed that win to be on the right side of things once in a while, because we've been so unlucky this season. And today, for the first time, at least it felt to me for the first time that we've been a bit lucky this season.
Pascal Colbert and Lewis.
Hi Arne, congratulations on your victory. I just want to point out we are aiming the most. You didn't seem to have a place at ambitions yet. I just want to ask you, what do you think is potential, and do you think you can reach a new level this season?
Nah, he has incredible potential. Otherwise, at 17 years of age, you don't play as many minutes as he does in the Premier League, let alone at Liverpool. I don't think there's any other 17-year-old that has played so many minutes this season in the Premier League as he did. I don't think there's an 18 or a 19-year-old maybe that played so many minutes as he did. But that last thing I'm not 100% sure about. So that tells you how much of a talent he is, and we think he is. And he's making progress more and more, and that's why lately you see him playing more and more as well. Get stronger. Apart from his moment where he had that 1v1, there were also one or two other moments where he showed that he stands ground, or how do you say it? Stand his ground, yeah. And that is of course what you need, because you face 25, 26, 27, 28-year-old athletes, mainly as your opponents, because we're a bit of an exception in terms of the age of our group of players. Main team, the most teams we face have players of different ages and different physicality. So for him to show this already at 17 years of age says something about his talent. But as we all know, talent is only the start of a career. You need so many other things, as we've shown today. Maka, great example about mentality. That is something you need to get a career at this level.
Can you check what the issue with Florian was and how serious that is?
We don't think it's very serious, but he felt his back too much during the warm-up to start. He wasn't able to be 100% or even close to 100%, and I think after being in this league for 6, 7 or 8 months, he now understands that no matter how good you are on the ball, that you need to be 100% at this level. So we decided not to play him, but we hope and expect that he will be able to be with us again next week. But yeah, you never know.
Thank you. We'll start with Dan from Sky Sports.
How are you?
What's your overall feeling after that dramatic ending of the game?
I'm frustrated inside, angry with football. But you know, it's time to keep the mentality, to come back stronger, and with confidence to face the future. Because you know, the first half we play in the way that we play in Istanbul, but we didn't score the goals. We didn't score the chance that we create. We create, I think, 2 good chances to score, but we didn't. But not conceding nothing to them, nothing. Not conceding counterattacks, not conceding spaces, doing very good pressure. The block compact. They play outside the block, not inside our block, with long balls, second balls. It means that, in my opinion, the first half was just missing the goals. Just missing the goals. Was, in my opinion, a perfect first half against a big team, against a top team. Second half, of course, we played 3 days ago again in Istanbul. We didn't rest properly because 4 hours traveling is not easy to come here and to play the first half, the second half in the same way. But okay, in a low block, they play more with the ball, but outside the block, playing, but not creating, not conceding big chance to score. And in the end, we lost the game in a throw-in that in a small detail, a small tactical detail, because if we want to control the far post, because the far post was the area, the zone that they attack with the biggest players, it means that we had to adjust our line to control the situation, and but this is football. It's not possible in a short time to fix everything. And they scored the goal. It was, for me, very, very unfair, but this is football. We need to keep the good things for the next game, to rest and to prepare everyone to prepare everyone to be ready to help the team, because it's a lot of games in a row, and we need everyone to get to reach our targets.
On that note, how much positives can you take from Istanbul?
A lot
and that
of things.
I suppose to lift the players more than anything after conceding such a late.
It's very difficult. I'm very frustrated today, and it's very difficult to go inside the dressing room. And what I can say to them, they try everything to win the game. Even after we conceded the first goal, we had a chance to score firstly. Because we had the chance, the shot outside, and try, because we want to win the game. And in the end, it was not 1 point, was 0, and this is difficult. But this is football. Football is not. We don't have time to complain about and we need to about this game. We need to put our focus in the next game.
Did you have any issue with how late the goal was scored, or was that just one of those things?
How late?
Yeah, in terms of the added time, obviously the 97th minute. I don't know how many minutes.
I don't know. Even I have some doubts. Because I think, this is my opinion. I accept the decision, but in my opinion, Kitike was in the same zone of the heading. Understand, in offside, in a situation that they can gave us the offside, but was not a decision, and I must accept.
You said yourself the only thing you're really missing today was goals. That has been a problem for all of your predecessors this season. How do you solve that? Where are the goals going to come from?
What we are creating, we are finishing. We are in the first half. We crossed the box a lot of balls. We tried to shot a lot of times. We tried to create situations 1 against 1. We got a lot of, I think, a lot of corners of a lot, and the most important was every time ready to react, every time ready to stop the counter-attack, every time in high position to not allow chance to them. We play very good football with the ball, switching play to the other side, creating problems in counter-attack, creating problems in the organized attack. It means that the second half was not the same, because of course it's impossible to have the same energy to keep with our pressure, with our organization, to keep the block a little bit more higher. But in the end, it's difficult to explain.
Vítor, is there any chance that Chris Wood will be able to play again this season?
I hope so. I think he's recovering. I hope so, because it's important for us.
Because it's a huge difference, isn't it? You have Igor Jesus has done well in certain areas, but you have a guy who scored 20 goals last year take that out of any team? Is that difficult for anybody to make up that gap?
Yes, but you know, different skills, very different skills, and in my opinion, Igor played a fantastic game in Istanbul, and of course today was difficult for him because he faced two centre backs, difficult centre backs to face. But he's a different player, different skills. He has qualities. He's, in my opinion, is a very good player. He's a very good player, and he will score goals for sure.
Vítor, Arne Slot said before the game and after that he was very surprised that Forest are in this position in the table. Do you still feel you've got more than enough to survive the season?
Of course, very confident. I'm frustrated, but very confident because if we keep this mentality, if we keep this ambition, and the organization will get points for sure. Okay.
Any final questions, or we'll leave it there? Thank you, everyone.